afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. How is your weekend? How is your weekend? How is your weekend? Yeah, man. Have you a wonderful weekend? Have you a wonderful weekend? Welcome to Yard TV, another, you know, day when we can bisect the happenings in Jamaica, especially in our, in our little neighborhoods, what is going on with the uh, inner city communities. Yes, want to say big respect to all the youth and youth where depend them nine to five. Yeah, man. You have some youth and youth where depend them 9 to 5. Yeah, man. So yeah, man. Just continue upon the hard days work. While me have to still send special requests to the youths them where you know still find it hard to you know find a 9 to 5 and you don't know so them dep on the corner I go and keep them sanity. Whether you smoke a little big head, yeah man, big respect man. Keep it above board. Yeah man, me know say no love dep on the corner and well well put together, the latest. Yeah man, corner thing go places like Tivoli Garden, Trench Town, places like, Denham Town, places like, Fletcher's Land, Southside, places like, um, Tel Aviv, Spoilers, Rockfort, yeah man, places like Dunkirk, places like Bulby, places like Mountain View, places like Grand Spend, places like, Greenwich Farm, places like Maxfield, places like, you know, Olympic Garden. Big up to all the youth them where they all over in West Kingston and South St. Andrew. Yeah man, where, each up on the ends them are going to hold it, cause say all in the ends, is a part of our DNA. No matter where at me, one and two youth have to hold off the ends. Yeah, man, but keep it with respect. Don't intimidate the people them where I move around in the community. Don't trouble the school as them. Yeah, man, make the school as them, you know, respect on upon the corner. Yeah, man. Mm. Big up all of the man them where I go and, you know, control the place. Some people call you have a new name. You have a new name, where I use now, uncle. Yeah man. Uncle are the new name where the youths them I use for the big man. Uncle. Big up all of the uncle them in all of the inner city them in a Kingston and big up to the auntie them too. Yeah man, cause as long as you can stretch on to a youth in the community, yeah man, them are go rate you as a uncle and a auntie. So at the new name that for the givers them in every community no entire year I youth say big up to my uncle and I must directly connect to the family. But you can be an uncle to a youth. Give him give him a lunch money, and tell him to go on a school. Yeah man. Yeah man, if a youth come to you and say I'm hungry, you can, you know, give him a thing for buy a piece of bread. yeah, man. And you know, say them are gonna accept you as them uncle, or if you are a woman, them are gonna accept you as them auntie, you know. So people, I I must tell you that what is going on now in the country is not something where the mother and the father them and the family can speak about daily, because we have found out, you know, that the extrajudicial killing in especially in the where we would have called the countries, cause we call once you step out of Kingston, you know, them call it country. Even if you live a Spanish town, them say a country. Yeah. So we no love where we are here in a places like Linstead and, you know, in a St. Catch, you know, the youths them have been brutalized by the the people them who we suppose to be paying to protect us, you know. And you know, it is appalling to know when we have a government who just lego the system and the people. Yeah, man, it's very appalling when we have government who just lego the the agents of the states, you know, to to you know to demoralize and, you know, brutalize the 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 youths them in the inner cities and in the countryside. So we have heard and seen in the past couple of days, you know, and see and TVs and videos how, you know, lawmen just pick up bodies and just dash them in a um you know truck back in their police vehicles and just drove away. And then we hear all form of fictitious report, you know, and then the people have it to say one version and the police is reporting another version. We need to you know have accountability, and we need to have people in the police force who are held accountable for these atrocities. Well, to tell you the truth, you know, this morning I was listening to Cliff Hughes, yes, Cliff Hughes online, and to tell you the truth, Cliff Hughes is not really my favorite journalist, but I must tell you that Cliff Hughes hit it on the nail head this morning. Cliff Hughes was on point this morning, speaking against police unjust and unlawful killing. And if if many of us in our country would just who, who I'm speaking out mainly against now, you know, is journalists, you know. Cliff Hughes is a journalist. And if people like Cliff Hughes can speak out so vocally against police unlawful killing and unjust killing and brutality towards the citizens of this country. Other journalists should join him. Yes, because if journalists of this country do not hold these agents of the state to account, sooner or later Jamaican men would be extinct. Yeah, if if a youth no live certain place in this country, him not sure if him a go reach at a tender age of 30. And this morning I must lift my hat to Cliff Hughes, because Cliff Hughes was on point this morning. Cliff Hughes was definitely on point. And I would advise the police hierarchy to to listen to the the way how Cliff Hughes put it across, impartial and not speaking against the police, but speaking about unjust killing, especially in the countryside, when you know it seems like the police them not really can fashion the report in Kingston that 3 men were seen in a car and them engaged the police in a ensuing gun battle, and one were shot after pointing gun at the police, and one was shot and the other escaped in nearby bushes. That report cannot fit certain narrative in Kingston, because we have known that Kingston don't have really no nearby bush. So that report mostly suited places like the countryside. So I want you to listen to Cliff Hughes, because Cliff Hughes hit it point blank this morning. Listen to Cliff Hughes.
Mass killing in Commodore last week took place. Well, the St. Catherine North Police are now saying that, listen, they have seized equipment that was being used to manufacture and repair guns. They seized that equipment, they say, during an operation in Lauriston on Saturday. One man was killed during the operation after he challenged them. He's been identified as Andre Trevor Lee Johnson, otherwise called Bob. According to the commanding officer for the St. Catherine North Police Division, Senior Superintendent Hopton Nicholson, during the operation, the police seized a 3D printer that they believe was being used to print firearm paraphernalia.
At one of the premises where they had that conference.
People,
With
what really may I say? If somebody was able to bring in a piece of equipment like this. A 3D printer that can be used to print certain paraphernalia for guns like silencers and to make imitation guns, especially plastic guns. Oh, this piece of equipment reaches in the island? That is a question that most people should be asking the police. Who got in this piece of equipment? Who, what, what was the protocol for someone to bring in a piece of equipment like this? Yeah, what was the protocol? What was the reason for someone to bring in a piece of equipment like this? Was it a, 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 a certain origin of people that have certain immunity when it come on to import things in the country? So we have seen where people of different origins than the black man in this country have certain ways of bringing containers and check at the Kingston Wharf and other places. We know so when certain type of people bring in them container, it not check, it not check. Custom officer can't touch them container there. Them container just come off a ship and go straight a people place. Sometimes container just leave Kingston Wharf and go straight a people yard. I saw this country around now. People have them links. And them links, they are not no little shatter links. And no little shatter boy have them links there. And I always the little shatter boy from out of the poor people them house. I get the unlawful treatment, the unjust killing. I reach just the little shatter boy. But the little shatter boy now have the links for bringing them type of equipment here. Ask yourself, who bringing them type of equipment here? Mr. Big Man, who bring them in? Is it the Chinese man? Is it the Syrian man? Is it the Indian man? Who bring them type of equipment here in the island? Me know say I know the little picky head boy them in the inner city are bringing them type of equipment here. Cause them not have the money. Some of them don't even have dry dry dodo in them behind. So all them for bringing them $1 million piece of equipment here. And yet still at the little poor man picnic I get the unlawful act. But listen to where the SSP said. Listen and say if this is is a poor man piece of equipment. Listen, please. This is not a poor man piece of equipment.
We discovered some other equipment and some paraphernalia that are used by the criminal underworld. What you see here is a 3D printer, a very unique 3D printer, and it can be used, and based on our investigation so far, it was being used to print firearm paraphernalia. It is also capable of printing suppressors. Most people know it as silencers that can be placed on firearms, and they are capable.
People, you hear that? Silencer. Imagine a country like Jamaica, I go bring in. You see where this country I reach now? In America, in the United States, if the feds, if the feds caught anyone with a silencer, you know, say, them gone a prison for life. Imagine that in a country like America where the guns can be bought with just a simple ID, but it is not advisable to citizens to have in their possession a silencer attached to any weapon, because why? That piece of weapon become increasingly dangerous. But yet still, yet still, in Jamaica, we have people are bringing equipment which is able to produce silencers. So that tell you, so this is not really a little picky head boy, poor man, picnic, playground this. This a big people business. Money people business this. These are people where have strong bucketive. I feel them playground this. You know, say, the little poor man them went on them, then of them inner city, or somewhere are going with them little community. Or them, them, them not have no time for I use silence upon weapon. Man want brag and boast. Man want brag and boast. Over knockings sound more louder. That's a man can say. You hear that? So no man no youth in no little youth we in the inner city or in a certain part in a Moby and Fentons and Westmoreland and Clarendon and you know St. Mary and St. Catherine. Them youth they not reach the mindset for carry gun with silencer yet. Them thing there a big man business. Them thing there are people who are operate in the upper echelons of communities where them can get out a man and nobody no know, them can go analyze a man, them next door neighbor, up in the hills. Man can go up in the hills, up in a St. Andrew, Jacksonville, Cherry Garden, Beverly Hills, Smoky Vale, and them place there. Analyze a man next door them. And them just wake up the next morning. And the next man, life gone. And when them come look, investigate the person of a whole heap of can up, and nobody no hear no sound. I saw up in the big man place run. The St. Andrew Hills them. I saw up in them run. So now you down in the inner city. No have time for a produce no silencer. The little man them no want no silencer upon them AK or them any rifle where them have upon them and gun or anything. Them no want no silencer upon it. Man in the inner city love when him knock him thing. It bark like a big dog. And him turn to a man and say, you hear it? I saw me thing knock. When boy hear that, them a say, lift up. Them not use no silencer. No time for no silencer. In a Tivoli Guard, silencer. In a Rockfort, no man no use no silencer. In a jungle arena, Denham town, no silencer, no lick. No using a them place there. Man want know so when time them knock it, the neighborhood hear. Man a step. So when police are go on like say, are the youths them and the inner city youth them must go lick way, slap way, because them find things where can produce silencer. Come on, Mr. JCF, man. Do the investigation, man. Uno weak in the brain. Uno weak in the brain. Weak. Silencer for man who had the big job. It man job. Mr. Big Man work them thing they do. The big man works. So don't because liquid to you to go come on TV and I put forward machine where can produce silencer and plastic gun.
It also can be used to print ghost guns, plastic firearms that can be used that are operable as well.
Yes.
Plastic
3D printer
gun.
can do those things, you know. Yeah. That was SSP Nicholson talking about what they discovered in an operation last Saturday in Lauriston. Could you replay that clip for me? Where that clip from Nicholson?
At one of the premises where they had that confrontation, we discovered some other equipment and some paraphernalia that are used by the criminal underworld. What you see here is a 3D printer, a very unique 3D printer, and it can be used, and based on all investigations so far, it was being used to print firearm paraphernalia. It is also capable of printing suppressants. Most people know it as silencers that can be placed on firearms, and they are capable. It also can be used to print ghost guns, plastic firearms that can be used that are operable as well.
This is serious something, you know. Very, very serious something. According to SSP Nicholson, they also found a laptop complete with software designed to operate the printer.
We looked at one of the laptops that was seized at the premises. This premises is where 2 firearms were recovered. And on this laptop, we saw schematics and software that are used to connect to the 3D printer that can be used to print firearm paraphernalia. And we see where the person who had this laptop has the necessary skills and expertise to use the software that are on it to and to print things that can be used.
The criminals are utilizing the technology available, and it's not difficult to get it. So they are into 3D printing now. Yeah, to print silencers. So they come and take you out and fire, shoot your soul here. Wow. At the same time, on Saturday as well, the police are reporting, let me be very careful, the police are reporting that one of Jamaica's most wanted criminals.
Cliff Hughes, you say today you did so magnificently that we don't want you abbreviate it and say, make you read. So, Cliff Hughes, you did this so damn good. So I don't know why you should have said, make you read carefully. You don't have to read nothing carefully. You don't have to read nothing carefully. You did good. You did great. You were on point, Cliff Hughes. You was on point. Seems like you eat a healthy breakfast this morning and you sleep well. And it seems like your wife stay close to you last night. That's why you was able to come to the Jamaican people so clean and pure this morning. Yes, Cliff Hughes, you was you was like you was like a glimmer of hope to the Jamaican people this morning, Cliff Hughes. And anywhere you sleep this morning, any breakfast you have this morning, any any which way you and your wife slept position, I did it last night. You were so great this morning, delivering the facts of this police force that the citizen of Jamaica is undergoing. So don't come tell you about you have to make sure say you read the report good. You're doing well, Sir Cliff Hughes. And when a man like me tell you that, you're doing damn well because I don't say eye to eye with you, sir. But today, you done well.
criminals, was shot and killed by them during a confrontation on Saturday. He's been identified as Brian Brico King. He is said to be the reputed leader of the Kitson Town branch of the Klansman gang in St. Catherine. According to the police, sometime after 1 Saturday afternoon, members of JCF Specialized Operations and the JDF came under heavy gunfire in Kitson Town. In that incident, the reputed leader of the Kitson Town branch of the clans, Brico King, Brian Brico King, was fatally shot. A firearm was also seized. According to the police, Brico had featured on the St. Catherine North Division's most wanted list since 2023. King was one of 3 men killed by the security forces in separate incidents on the weekend in St. Catherine. The other 2 have been identified as Andre Trevor Lee Johnson, otherwise called Bob, and Fabian Robinson, otherwise called Critch Owl, or Critch Owl. I don't know. Critch Owl. Robinson is reportedly linked to the most recent killing of 5 people in Commodore St. Catherine. So it means that the police have killed 4 so far of who they believe were the gangsters responsible for the mass killing in Commodore last week.
But Cliff, that really not sound good. The police have killed 4 of who they believe. That really not sound good. The police have killed 4 of who they believe. That don't sound good. That don't sound good. Don't sound good at all. Seems like the Jamaica Constabulary Force not doing any form of in-depth investigation because you're not supposed to take people life if you're not sure. If you're not sure, it don't supposed to go like that. How comes? It is not sure. It is not sure, but them believe. That really not sound good.
And I know a lot of Jamaicans are concerned about this.
True.
People are genuinely concerned that we don't know if what the police are telling us is really accurate. People want to trust the police, but we know we can't give them any trust.
This is what
we have to be vigilant.
Yes.
And I think it's a huge challenge facing the commissioner, Kevin Blake, and his men and women. They have been reaping successes, but people are uncomfortable.
Cliff, you have to know where you call success. You have to know where you call success. You can't have unjudicial killing and you call it success. You have to know, Cliff, you're hitting the nail on the head, but yet still, you make the hammer touch your finger, Cliff.
With the number of fatal shootings by the police, especially in light of what we saw on video with young Farquharson in Clarendon recently. we would like to give the police the benefit of the doubt, but we have to be vigilant because of their poor history of extrajudicial killings.
Cliff Hughes, I personally would like to advise Mark Golden, Mr. Golden, I am asking you please to pilot a bill in Parliament, please. I am asking you please, pilot a bill in Parliament that whenever the police force kill a man, it is not the priority of the police force to touch the body. You hear what me say, Mark Golden? The Jamaican people are asking you for pilot a bill to request the Jamaica Constabulary Force whenever the police force kill any member of the public, it is not the priority of the police to touch that victim. The police force not supposed to touch the victim at all. Once the person is being shot, the police not supposed to touch the victim, none at all. And another thing, Mark Golden, the police should not go on any operation without an ambulance. The police should not go on no operation without an ambulance or the fire brigade. That is first world standard. That is first world standard. If the police are go for a gunman on a special assignment, whether it be 1 o'clock in the morning, whatsoever the time them choose, 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock, because I know say our force move like some ghostbuster. Them love work, them love government in a dopey time. Yeah, man. Anytime after 1 o'clock, we call that dopey time. So, if the police force are go on any operation, either a ambulance must be there or the fire brigade must be there. Mark Golden, the Jamaican people is asking you to pilot that bill. Pilot that bill in Parliament because the way how me see the police them anger people body after them shot them. If the person are dead, the way how them pick up the person and dash them in the truck back or in the trunk of the car, that alone can kill them. That alone can kill them. Even if the gunshot not kill them, the way how the police them just drape up the victim and dash him in the truck back. Yes, Mark Golden, the Jamaican people, is looking for you for help. Boy, me I tell you, me don't know what but we goose cook. Our goose cooking in this country. We goose cook. And what Cliff Hughes is speaking about this morning, the nation have to listen because not all the while Cliff Hughes come out this way. Not all the while.
Yeah.
Not all the
And it
while.
is something that the commissioner is aware of. I see this report now that he's calling for moral clarity in the face of rising crime and violence. In his latest force orders, Dr. Blake highlighted the murder of 4-year-old Shannon Gordon on Sunday, October 5. Shannon was among the 5 people shot and killed by gunmen in Commodore in northern St. Catherine. According to the commissioner, the death of the 4-year-old demands a response that goes beyond grief or outrage. He also criticized narratives which seek to rationalize poverty or neglect as a reason for criminal conduct. According to Commissioner Blake, structural hardship does not explain the choice to take a life. And then, this is a critical line, he also reaffirmed his commitment to accountability in the JCF. Quote, he emphasized that any loss of life, especially in the context of police action, must be subject to serious and independent review. I think that is an admission that there are serious concerns about the number of Jamaicans being killed by the police. Yeah. He also pushed back against media reports that suggest systemic misconduct by the police force. He cautioned that such criticisms must be based on facts. The commissioner also urged Jamaicans to use tragedy as a catalyst for resolve. He says the country must honor those who have died at the hands of criminals by confronting the systems, behaviors, and moral failures that enabled their deaths. And Commissioner, you can go a far way, yeah, in demonstrating to the people of Jamaica that these extra or police fatal shootings are based on sound principles that, listen, the lives of the men and women in uniform were under threat and they had to defend their lives. But we're concerned, too many. It's over 200 now since the start of the year. After the break, your calls.
People, I personally is saying that if the police force by standard to be accountable to the people of Jamaica, the people must demand Parliament to pass legislations to make sure that the police, whenever them leave out of the station, whenever them say they are going on special operation, they are not alone. They are not alone. Somebody should dare an independent body, a NGO should dare also. Even someone like a simple person recording the action of the police. If the police don't want to wear body camera, have somebody operating a drone. We have drone, you know. Nowadays you have drone. People of Jamaica, you don't have to understand, you know, what is technology. Nowadays, you have drone we can go through window, you know. You have drone where if police, if police are go for operation, right? And them are go for a victim. And if them have somebody who a fly a drone then, say the person no want go because gunshot a go fire. When the police them can do, when them reach the scene, smash a window, and then that person where operate the drone, send the drone wheresoever the police are go for the person. You have drone, you have drone. If if Iraq, if Iraq can send a drone, go Iran, go let go a bomb. Why Jamaica if the police them no want wear them uniform? Get somebody for operate a drone. Get somebody, a NGO, get a organization. We don't want nobody. We attack the government and NGO. You see, same like how JFJ is a NGO. Them don't accountable to the government. We must ask for someone, some NGOs to fund, ask human rights, the Charter of Human Rights, to fund some form of system out here. That's when the police are go on operation. Somebody go there and fly a drone. Since the police them now want wear the uniform, anywhere them a go, anywhere them a go, before them left out, them have to have somebody a fly a drone a follow them. Anywhere them go, a drone a follow. If them a kick off a man door, the drone are going there with them. The drone are going there with them. The drone are going there with them. You have drone a do everything. Drone a do everything. Nowadays, it, if World War for start now, people don't believe say them are going to see no big plane in the sky. A fly. A drone, a man a go stay right in our country and pilot a drone go anywhere him want and release him bomb. I desert they know. So if the police force don't want wear, listen me, and a dunce man attack, a man with sense. If the police no want wear, no want put on the camera, the body worn them, have somebody where anywhere them a go, them have to have a person, a flyer drone amongst them. Yes, a drone have to fly. So if I even the story want to debunk, if even one thing we can't even get debunked, that's family can at peace for know so them raise them good picnic. And when them hear say them picnic died in a shootout. But if you have a drone a fly, the drone will show the drone, the image capture and the drone will show that there wasn't a shootout. If even the police go inside of the house and the drone not go in, the drone stood outside, stand still outside, and it a pick up the sound, it a pick up both the sound, even if it not collect no video, but it a pick up the sound. At least the sound can clarify if there was really a shootout. The audio, the sound can demonstrate and can clarify if there was a shootout. So these are things that our government can think about whenever the police force are go out on special assignment. Them have a drone flying to, because we know say no car can run left no drone. Once the drone dead there and the person have the control the drone, I pick up everybody, the vehicle them a go where them a go. The drone will be able to record everything. People, saying at the medical field, doctor can stay 3 miles away and perform an operation on a patient. All them have to do is just tell the patient, say, pull a window at your location. That's all the doctor go tell the patient. Lay down on your bed, that position, and pull your side window. Pull your side window. And then pilot a drone come straight to your window, and the drone come in, and your operation done. The drone do the operation right there and leave out back. Those things happen in a countries like Germany, it happen in America, it happen in the UK, all over the world. 5G, 5G, just 5G. So all the government have to do is just invest. If the police don't want to wear the uniform, invest in drone to follow the police anywhere they might go. How about that, citizen? How about that? Am I speaking rubbish? Am I speaking rubbish? If the police have drone have follow them, I bet the crime cut down. If when the police them might leave them headquarter, I go upon them special operation, and them know say when I 10 car load of them jump in a them car, I go anywhere, a drone a follow them, and that drone there is not man by no member of the Jamaica Constabulary Force. It a man by credible people, NGO, are people who are not attached to the government, control that system. So when the police vehicle them line up and a go for a man down a Tivoli or in a Montego Bay or in a St. Catherine, anywhere, drone a fly with them. A drone a fly with them. A drone a fly with them. So the person can stay anywhere them there and I monitor them anywhere. The drone a fly with them. No think about that, Jamaican people. and make we put this bullshit of police extrajudicial killing behind us and continue with our good life in Jamaica when we used to have faith in the police. You know, so one time when police come in your community, people used to all run in them house and give them water for drink, ask them if them all right. Nowadays, people don't even want to see police in them community again. Why? Why the police force make the people them against them? Why? I don't anti-police. I am not against the police. The police is my friend. The police is my friend. I welcome the police. The police is my best friend. I prefer to have 100 police friends than have one bad man friend. Yes. You believe so when man want do me not, me can't shout bad man, bad man, bad man. Me can't do that. And one shot me I go make police, police. You believe say me hear some man a tear down my door. I can I I can jump on my phone and call no bad man say I'm come help me. I have to call the nearest station and tell them my address. So I am pro police. But when it come on to extrajudicial and unlawful act of the police, and when you check it out, it is just a handful, it is just a handful of those inhumane people in the force. It is just a handful. So I would advise the government, Mark Golden, you are the government also. When people talk about the government, the people them left out the opposition. The opposition is the government also. I am expecting Mark Golden to pilot a bill to hold the police accountable. When the police them go anywhere and injure or shot nobody, the police should not touch that person. Once the person become a victim of the police them have to back off immediately. Can't touch the person. Can't touch the person. Can't touch the person. Number two, we need a system whereby we can have, since the police now want drone, since the police now want use them um them body worn put drone pan them operation. Put drone on all operation of the police force. Put drone on all the operation of the police force. By the way, people, I'll be coming back to you 4 o'clock later. So in the meantime, you can subscribe to this channel, like the video, and you can share in the comment section. Okay.